Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Facebook Live. I'm Eleanor, social media manager here at Moms Meet, and today we are so excited to be joined once again by Chef Meg Rains. So, if you guys haven't joined us before with her, she's a food photographer and recipe developer extraordinaire with an extensive background in the food industry. So, thank you so much for joining us. I think this is your fourth time joining us. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks again. And as always, it's a pleasure. Thanks, Eleanor.
Yeah. So before we jump in, I just want to say a little bit about Moms Meet for anyone who's new and hasn't joined us before. So Moms Meet is an online community of moms, dads, grandparents, caretakers who are super interested in health and wellness. So you can go to momsmeet.com and sign up for free to get free products and all of that, including something that we're talking about today, Lucy Apple. So definitely go over to momsmeet.com and check it out. And today's event is brought to you by Lucy Apples, which we're going to be learning about in just a minute. So, as always, we're giving away some prizes. So, Lucy Apple's prize packs today. There's going to be 3 lucky winners. And we want to know in the comments what your favorite apple recipes to make are. Personally, I really love apple crumbles. I think that's one of my go-tos. Meg, what about you? Do you have any favorite apple recipes?
Oh gosh, I do. I love to make apple cake. I like everything cake, but apple cake with a lot of cinnamon and a little bit of crumble on the top.
Oh, that sounds so
Yeah.
good. Yeah, so enter to win by commenting, liking, and sharing this video. And like I said, what's your favorite apple recipe? Let us know. So, all right, we're going to jump right in then because we've got a lot of cool stuff to talk about today. So, just to start, can you tell us a little bit more about what the Lucy Apple is and what makes it so special? Because there's a little something special here that you guys are definitely want to be in the know about.
Gosh, I can't even. I'm so excited to talk about Lucy apples. These are amazing and they're beautiful, and it's unlike anything you've ever seen before. The color is super. So first, I'm going to talk about the Lucy Glow, and so this apple has kind of like almost a neon look to it. It has a little bit of a yellow and a green ish tint on the outside with a little bit of blush. But look at the inside. Oh my gosh. Can you
Ooh,
believe that? These are gorgeous. I
that's
love them. Talk about how beautiful they're going to be for holiday baking.
oh
And
yeah.
that's why we made our galette today to show off the inside of the apples. And this one, Lucy Glow, and it's a GLO, and it's tart with a little bit of sweet. So it adds such a great flavor to anything that you're making, like applesauce. It makes a pink, lovely pink applesauce, but it's a great apple combined with things because you get a lovely blush color, but you also get a lot of sweet tart in there. And then the next one is Lucy Rose, and this one has a gorgeous outside. It's
Oh yeah.
almost pinkish. It's a little pinker than a normal red, and I just love it. But this one, and they're all a little bit different. If you can see, they have kind of an interior that is a little bit pink and kind of speckled in there. And this one has it's sweet with a little hint of a berry flavor in it. So very interesting apples, something you've never seen before, and wonderful to cook with and to use in different recipes.
Yeah.
Also, I should mention that they are available nationwide in Sprouts and seasonally at Trader Joe's.
Oh, perfect. There we
Mhm.
go. I was
Yeah.
gonna say those are so cool. Like I have never seen anything like that. And like it's one of those things you grow up eating apples and stuff, and you always expect the same
Mhm.
thing. But these are so neat and so vibrant. And I can really see why these would be like a huge hit in baking, like you were saying, holiday
Yeah.
baking. So
Mhm.
I think they would be a perfect fit. I mean, we got Thanksgiving and Christmas and all of that coming up. So
Yeah.
definitely, yeah. And like you said, Sprouts, they're available at Sprouts nationwide and then Trader Joe's seasonally.
Yeah.
So that's super exciting. So you definitely want to go find those for our moms tuning in. If and we're going to talk about some recipes in a second, but like if you're looking for some really awesome apples, just like a cool apple that you can have, definitely want to find those. And you can also look at lucy.fruitlocator.com if you want to
Mhm.
find the apples near you. So definitely go ahead there to make sure you check it out, just to double check where you can get them. So all right, we've got some recipes to start in today. I'm super excited for this. I know I was like, when I was coming up with some ideas for this event, I was like, ooh, what if we did a charcuterie board? Because I want to do that.
Yes. Yes. Well, that is perfect because in the holidays, before you have the turkey and everything else, you want to put out a little something. And this is also a time to get together with family and friends. And it's really nice to kind of put a little spread out. So I kind of made a sample board here. And you can see, there
Ooh,
we
yes.
go, all the beautiful colors. And then a little bit of meat. It's hard to kind of without tipping it.
Yeah.
So basically, what we want to do now, we've talked before here at Moms Meet about taking your flavors and kind of mixing and matching. So we have sweet that goes really well with salty, and creamy that really kind of works with the tart in apples. So what I did here is I took some really different, three different kinds of cured meats, which is always on a charcuterie board, right? So I have that, and then I have a soft cheese like brie, and then a mild cheese like Monterey, because those really set off the tartness and the sweetness in the Lucy's, and they're really wonderful. So you have a little bit of the salty and the sweet and then the creamy, and it's just lovely together. And then of course you want to throw in some nuts, and I have some smoked almonds because that adding that smoky flavor is always a little something. But again, the salty and the sweet really, really go well together.
Yeah.
And if you want to kick up your charcuterie board, it's really great to add a little bit of a preserve. And I love this one. So if you go to your local winery or like a specialty food store, and I bet Trader Joe's has them, there's these special, I guess they're still jam, but they're made for cheese, right? And so you have different kind of flavor. So this one is a wild rose infused strawberry. So I thought it would be really delicious with the sort of like the berry-ish flavor in our rose, our Lucy Rose. And then again, I just can't stop. Look at how beautiful.
I know, that's so bright. I mean, that's got to stand out on your charcuterie board too, if you have those apples.
Yes. And so what you want to do is you want to think about the flavor in the apples, and the sweetness really always works with salty. So the apples are the greatest thing to add to these boards. But you want to think about a milder cheese, because if you have this really tart apple and then you kind of have some blue cheese with it, it's a little bit kind of tart going on. There's a lot going on in there. So I definitely recommend combining something sort of creamy and soft, or even goat cheese if that's not super tangy, with the salty and the tart. And that's basically it. And some bread, and also you can't really go bad with a little bit of chocolate on there. It's my favorite chocolate. So
there we go.
I know. Throw some chocolate and some dried fruit, and you are ready to munch down.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm just thinking about how good it must taste with the brie. I mean, that creaminess with like the bright tartness of the apple. I know growing up, my grandmother used to make us like brie and apple sandwiches. And I feel like that kind of is like a similar vibe here, where you get the apple and the cheese together. That sounds amazing.
You know, if you have something like a warm brie, people dip apples in it. And then this would be a really perfect appetizer for that too, because these apples would be perfect for it. Or fondue.
Ooh, fondue. Yeah, that's true. I was going to say, you can have a really fancy fondue spread with these bright red, pink apples. Oh my gosh.
Right. And you just want to soak them a little bit in lemon juice and water before you go putting them out, and then dry them a little bit, and then they'll last longer without getting brown.
Oh, that's actually a really good tip. I'm going to repeat that only because I feel like I've never heard that, but that's smart. So you said water and lemon juice, soak them.
Yeah, just get a bowl of water, put a little bit of lemon juice in it, and soak the apples for a minute, and then just dump them out in a towel, dry them off, and then display them, and then they don't turn brown as fast.
That's so smart, because I always, that's like one of the things that I always have problems with too, is even cutting an apple up for myself and I'm snacking on it and I'm like, oh, it's already kind of brown.
Yeah.
So I know you have some other recipes to share with us. So with the holiday season coming up, charcuterie boards are a great starter, but also, like we were saying at the beginning, baking with apples is like such, like, I feel like that it smells like fall, it feels like fall. You just like lean towards those type of recipes with apples. So can you tell us a little bit about what you baked with the Lucy apples?
Yes. So, you know, fall is baking time, and it's also apple harvest. So it all works together, right? And you have apple pie. Everybody's making apple pies, but I made a galette, which is sort of a rustic tart and a French, I don't know if you can see that, and a French version of a pie almost. And you just take a pie dough crust, and then you put something down to kind of absorb a lot of the juices. You can either use ginger snaps, or a lot of times I'll do crumbled roasted hazelnuts. Ooh. Or any kind of cookie you want to just kind of absorb it up. And then you basically just layer the apples in and flip it over, and you have just this really lovely.
Oh my gosh.
this really lovely tart, and it's so easy. And for me, I just did a half a pie dough recipe for that.
Mhm.
Froze the other one for the next one that I'm going to make, and it's really easy for people who want something quick and put some ice cream on top of that. It's a lot easier for me to do something like that for two of us, because you can make smaller ones if you want, just
Oh,
like
that's
this
true.
one. Yeah, and I like this because it really shows off the beauty of the apples. And if you see the one that we made on Chelan Fresh, we have a nice square one. So that would be beautiful for Thanksgiving, because you can feed lots of people on that one. I think that's a whole batch of dough.
Okay.
And it just looks so festive. I love it. And then, of course, you have the apple pie. And we do have a recipe on Chelan Fresh that's apple cornbread. And I use these apples as well.
Oh.
And so if you've never had apples in your cornbread, you need to try that. It's fantastic.
I was gonna say, yeah, I haven't.
Yeah, and so I just layered them on top, and of course you have the orange and the pink, and it just really looks beautiful. But definitely check out chelanfresh.com, and we have tons of recipes that are really great ideas for even with kids, baking with kids, and different things. Oh, we do need to talk about the nachos, don't we?
Yes, we do. I was going to say, we can't skip the nachos, but I do want to say with the Lucy apple, I was like thinking about you talking about apple pies and stuff, like because they're so beautiful, I feel like that would be perfect for anything like open faced you want to do too.
Yeah.
So I have some trouble with my pie crust tops. Like they get a little shredded, kind of funky. My lattices aren't that great. So I feel like this is also your easy way to be like, look at this amazing, beautiful pie I made, but you didn't have to do any of the work for the top piece of the crust.
I don't know who made up the expression "easy as pie," but yeah. I don't make pies easy.
No. I'm gonna say, yeah, the galette seems super easy though, because you just kind of like wrap it, and if the edges look a little rough, it's just rustic.
It is supposed to be rustic, yes, and it's supposed to be, and you can make savory ones or anything like that, but it's really supposed to be kind of rough looking, which is really
that makes my life easier. I'm not the most skilled pie maker in the world, so this is like my cheat sheet now too. If you want to like impress people, I'm just gonna show up to my family's gathering and be like, look how amazing this looks, and all of the work that I put in. Wink, wink.
Wink is right. Yeah, it's much easier. So we're going to talk a little bit about the nachos that are on the website, and that's a great way to get kids to eat fruit and also get involved in the kitchen. And we have, just like you're going to do regular nachos, we have the Lucy apples, and they're so colorful and bright. And then we have a couple different things drizzled over them.
Oh, look at those.
I think like pomegranate seeds would be so great this time of year, a little bit of chocolate. And that is a perfect dish for a kids party or just the kids to make and enjoy, or after school snack. But that's another really vibrant and even an appetizer for family. I think that's, or a dessert.
Yeah, I was going to say, those look like the perfect like fall snack, but like I feel like you could also serve those as an appetizer, and like another like nachos, they look super fancy because of the color and the drizzles on top. So that would be a really great like little like snacky finger food thing if you're having a little party as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, thank you so much for sharing all of these recipes with us. I'm starting to think now too, because like it's just got chilly where I am, so like the cool is coming in. I'm like, all right, oven on, start baking. So I gotta go get my Lucy apples now, start making my recipes. But yeah, so if you guys are looking for recipes, head over to chelanfresh.com/recipes-Lucy. A little bit of a mouthful, but if you go to chelanfresh.com, their recipe section, they have a whole section dedicated to the Lucy apple. So you'll be able to find all sorts of amazing recipes on there. And like we were saying, it's available at Sprouts nationwide and Trader Joe's. You can find a store near you by visiting lucy.fruitlocator.com, which I'm definitely going to do because I need to go find some of these now, just for my own entertainment too. I mean, this is like Instagram central. Like if you guys are looking for Instagrammable desserts, like here you go. This is it. This is your moment. Do it up.
Totally.
So we still want to hear from you guys in the comments. Let us know what you found most interesting from today, or if there's any recipes that you're looking forward to making. Remember to keep liking and sharing this video for your chance to win. We're going to announce the winners on Monday. And like I was saying, chelanfresh.com/Lucy-apples. I'm going to have to say that 25 times fast to get it right. But you can see it. It's right here on the screen. So make sure you head over there to try out some apples. So thank you again, Meg, for joining us. It was so much fun.
Happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas. I don't see you.
I know. We were just joking before. I was like, well, it's already the end of November, so Merry Christmas, everybody.
Right. Get ready. Start baking.
Yeah, yeah, get the baking going. You can start thinking about it now. But we had such a great time today. So thank you all for tuning in. And we hope you get to make some fabulous recipes with the Lucy apples moving forward. So, all right. Thanks, everybody. See you later. Bye, guys.
Bye.